Today, we are running 85 Ks. If you don't know what a backyard ultra format is it's an ultra marathon in which the runner completes 6.71 kilometers, a 1 yard lap on the hour every hour until they can no longer go any further or not make it back in time for the next lap. In terms of the last video I did, my 65K run, that was a very entertaining journey where I just happened to bump into a guy who was in a wheelchair and fallen off and had to administer some first aid. So if you haven't seen that, check that video out. It's very entertaining. But today is more about bringing you behind the scenes and more of a technical show of what kind of gear I'll be using, the nutrition and the hydration that I plan on having. Today is a really serious training session because it's the final session before I actually do my race. So today is when we really start practicing eating different foods and having different supplements each lap. And we're also going to be starting the run at the exact same time that the race starts. So the race actually starts at 4 p.m. on a Friday. So we'll be starting, fuck, I forgot my head torch. I need to charge my head torch. We'll be starting at 4 p.m, which is Morgan's gonna join me as well, but I need to get my warm up done so that I start with tired legs. A strategy that my coach and I have come up with is actually his idea in order to pre-fatigue. And that's been absolutely brilliant. We're gonna have a bit of a cold shower and a nap, and then gonna put the clothes on and just get out the door and start running. All right, first round get up, sunnies, sweatband, hat, rocking the long sleeve as well. And I'll be wearing the short shorts, long socks and the running shoes. And I'll just carry the GoPro in my hand in a belt as well. And then the other thing I'll do is I will carry a singlet, and I just pop the singlet in the back here because it is just gonna get so damn hot. But the sun protection is number one. Sunburn is the worst thing in the whole entire world. Peeling skin sucks, and so does the sting of the skin as well. I've got one gel on me. Let's get out of here because I'm running late.
There's 20 in the belt.
20 in the belt. 60 more to go. Morgs is ready to rumble.
Hello.
And we're gonna migrate this up to there, and I'm gonna hit the road. 28 Ks in, just shy of 3 hours. Oof, feeling stiff already. Yeah, I feel that knee already. One lap down, we're 28 Ks in, which is good, but I'm already feeling like incredibly flat just because of the heat and that run. I can already feel like my knee's starting to seize up a little bit, which will be interesting because we've still got another 8 laps to go / 8 hours. So plan is, because we got dinner in a couple of laps, which will be the sausage and egg wraps, I'm gonna have some protein tailwind, which is carbs, electrolytes, and protein. And then I'm also gonna smash gel just so I can get a bunch of nutrients and electrolytes into the body. I'm gonna have an electrolyte tab every single lap with this in me as well, and then I'm gonna really smash a bunch of water because I'm starting to feel dehydrated already. So I'm gonna kind of overhydrate over the next couple laps, which is gonna be a little bit testing on the gut, but that's basically what I intuitively feel I need to do, is just get a lot more fast sugars and liquid carbohydrates into the body just to refuel me, because I'm kind of starting this quite flat. So in terms of gear, this is the shoe that I was running, the Saucony Shift 3. Now, unfortunately, I bought these shoes in order to do my race in, but I've already have chewed through them. The soles are pretty good. I've burnt through 700 Ks in these. So I've done a short 3K run in these fellas, but the On Cloud Ultras are the new weapon of choice. Initially with the Cloud Ultras, I'm finding that the actual shoe itself, footbed, is actually really, really nice. The sole itself is not as cushioned as these Sauconys, which is unfortunate. However, they fit like a glove and they're quite a dream to run on so far. So I'm already feeling like I wish I bought these, but the only thing I didn't like about these is they started to tear at 600 Ks, and I really want to try and get like 700 or 800 Ks out of these shoes. So we 2 laps in, 35K for me, about 14 odd K for Morgs. And having all those extra carbs in the last lap, the first K I felt really bloated, really heavy, but I just like went nice and easy, jogged all the way through. And then once I settled into it, I felt really, really good. And I feel good now. My legs are starting to already ache, which is like a good sign in terms of training fatigue, which means like I'm only gonna come back really, really stronger over the next week once I recover from this session. But it's actually quite early for me to be feeling this fatigue as well. So my knee is actually like really really getting seized up already. I'm gonna rub some like magnesium balm and some anti-inflammatory gel into it just to keep it at bay for now. Probably the biggest downfall is having a brand new pair of shoes that I've never worn before and doing this whole session with it. But anyway, that's what we train for, to test these things out. I'll just have some more liquid calories, just nice and light for now. No gels, no nothing. I'm feeling pretty full. And then I'll just stay on the liquids until I get to dinner time in 2 more laps. On to my nutrition. As I'll have set up in my station, first of all, this is like my hygiene tub. I don't actually use everything, but this is just part of the tub. And I've got things like anti-inflammatory cream, I've got sunscreen, I've got like balms in case I'm chafing, I've got like a magnesium rub, I've got some pawpaw cream and some lip balm if I'm blistering, some baby wipes and some more moisturizer. This is just the thing to keep my skin and my body together. Over to this is basically where my calories are gonna come from. I actually prefer to go by a smorgasbord technique, is to have plenty of options available to me, which means that between each lap, depending on how I'm feeling, I can kind of freestyle adjust based on more carbs, more electrolytes, more fats, depending on how I'm feeling. But I still have a reasonably structured schedule in terms of primary gels that I'll be having, my major meal times, but then I have the smorgasbord to kind of get me through in between. First of all, I actually drink maple syrup straight out the bottle because it's just straight sugar. And I also carry this soft flask with some maple syrup in it each lap also. From there, I've got some gels. I've got some more gels coming. Morg's going to drop some off. I've got some electrolyte chews in case I'm cramping or anything like that. And then I've just got some Cliff bars, some protein bars. They're more electrolyte chews. And then my personal favorite is maple cashewed or honey cashews, which is basically just sugars and carbs, which is a really helpful thing. The next thing is the hydration. I like to have Tailwind. It's a really advanced Gatorade, if you haven't heard of that, which is just basically sugar and electrolytes. But then I also have electrolytes to keep them separate from the sugars, because sometimes I find that I'm pissing myself all the time from too much electrolytes. And then this is just full of water, just pure straight filtered water, full of ice and nice and cool. That's also got water in it. But that's basically the main spread. Just over 42 Ks in, getting close to 50 hours. Oh, sorry, 55 hours. And, oh, my fucking knee. Ah. Oh, this knee's sore. This knee is sore. It's not bending, that's not a good idea. Anyway, these wraps, I've just chucked these in the oven and they're just gonna slowly heat at a really low temperature, just 50 degrees. And then when we come back in about 45 minutes time, they'll be ready to go, and that's gonna be our dinner. The sun, as you can see on the outside, has also gone down, so it's head torch time. I'll still keep my shirt on, get rid of the hat, get rid of the sunnies, put a headband on, and keep turning the legs over. I've got some spare clothes laid out here as well, so based on as it gets darker and cooler, I've got some layers to work with, and I've also got some clothes hanging out here, which is a long sleeve, another long sleeve, t-shirt, and a singlet. And I have set this table up in the garage such that Morgan can then set up on this side, and so we've got a little bit of a similar setup to how we'll be running an actual race day inside our gazebo. On race day, you just get given a 3x3 gazebo space. You have to be really organized with everything. Coming back into the house, you can actually see I've prepped dinner. I've got 2 wraps in here. I'm laying them down because they keep unwrapping, but they're basically just so they're sausage and eggs, right? But I ran out of hash browns. I went in the freezer and I'm like, I fucking ate all my hash browns. And then I've also got some cold sausages. 50, 45, 50 Ks. We actually had a long lap because we got caught by the train and I had to do a little wee. We've basically got like 7 minutes, 6 minutes to eat our dinner and then get a giddy up. Wraps are coming out the oven. If you're into spending money on barbecue sauce, this is the shit. Otherwise, if you're not, just get the normal pleb barbecue sauce. KP's joined us as well. She's come around, she's been cycling some laps with us, and then she's gonna have a sauna in a bit as well because she's got nothing else to do while she waits for Morgs to finish running with me. So that's the plan of attack. We'll get these down the hatch and keep on running. Yeah, boy. Disgusting. Soggy. Soggy? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Soggy. I ran out of hash browns. Someone ate all my hash browns. Was it you? Yeah.
What is it then? Oh, it's little tater tots.
Yeah, little potato gems.
Yeah.
That's what these are.
They are fucking...
Even the wrap's soggy. 57 Ks, 6 hours and 59 minutes. 5 laps in, 4 to go. Definitely feeling the hurt. Morgs is just completely rooted. KP's just got out the sauna. Morgs' next lap is the marathon lap. So that's his PB lap. NGL, not gonna lie, we're both in the hurt cave. These new shoes are not forgiving whatsoever. I really am considering just going and rebuying my old shoes and just having these as a spare pair of runners because my feet are really aching because they're not as cushioned and it's sending a lot of pain up the legs as well, which isn't ideal, but that's fine. In terms of where we're at, I'm still continuing to have a bit of maple syrup and 1 electrolyte tablet per lap. That's been really handy. Kirsty also dropped a us off some compression bands as well. So then I'm actually wearing that on my wrist. And then just because I can feel the ache in my body, I'm like, all right, I want to keep my protein nice and high as well. So there's enough in the system to, I don't really think my body's going to utilize it during the session, but at least in terms of recovery, I think it's going to be really helpful for me. So back to another 2 scoops of recovery tailwind. And I'm not going to have one yet, but I'm just going to take one of these gels with me because I'm still quite full from the wrap, but I do know that I will be starting to be depleted of nutrients and carbohydrates, so I'll keep them on hand. Morgs is on his edge, so I'm gonna rub some more anti-inflammatory cream into the knees and roll another lap with eggs and shit, eggs and saucies and eggs. There we have it, 65 at 6 laps. Continuing on with this, I will do this every single lap. Morgs is on the verge of tapping out. I'm gonna try and push him to do one more lap. That will get him close to the 50K, and that puts him in the really good runnings for hitting, you know, 50 to 60K on the race day as well. It's kind of the target at the moment. As for me, definitely just riding a lot of ups and downs. Body's feeling good, then it's not feeling good. Legs are super sore, it's still the same story, but I don't feel like I'm on the edge of injury, and I'm willing to push myself this hard considering I'll be pretty much taking a week off running. We've got 3 laps to go. I've had no other calories. I still haven't had my gel in here, so I'm gonna smash that out probably either midway through next lap or just wait till I come back. So we'll see how we go, but we're just kind of taking it easy and just kind of coasting towards the end of this run now. So just for the sake of sharing footage while we were on the run, this is what it looks like with the flask inside. Morgs has got his as well.
Rocking it.
Rocking it. Got a bit of light coming through as well. And the best thing is, we're 69 Ks, there we go. Morgs is at
46.
46 and a half K, so he's clocked over his marathon. And no cramps, which is the best news of all, no cramps. You wanted to see the last 65K run video? Morg cramped the shit out of his legs. Right, just a hamstring. Yeah, we're sweet.
He's cramping.
Yeah, he's just cramping, but he just was undernutritioned. Not enough calories inside the body, didn't eat breakfast. We started early in the morning. So he's been loading electrolytes all week, he's been eating calories and carved up, and it makes just such the world of a difference. I might put the long sleeve on for the last 2 laps because it's getting a bit chilly. It's 11:15 and we've got about a couple more K till we get home. That's Morgs' final lap, and then I'm gonna do 2 laps solo. We are 72 Ks in, 9 hours. 83.2 Ks, 10 hours, 36 that I've been running for. To my very last lap. 3 and a bit Ks to go. I'm on the home stretch. Haven't really wanted to pull the camera out, to be honest, because Morgs left, so he finished the 7th lap. So I did the 8th and the 9th by myself, and once I was on my own, I was really able just to kind of focus on my own fatigue, my own pains in my body, and that's when I started to feel quite moody and quite down, and happens all the time in this sport. You just got to ride it out, just peaks and troughs with the mood. But in terms of nutrition, I've still got my flask with electrolytes and a bit of maple syrup that I'm just sipping on at the moment. Not the break just gone, the break previous to that, I just been sipping on my protein smoothie and just had another gel. This is called apple cinnamon pie, and it actually tastes like apple cinnamon pie. And then for the last lap, I could have had some stuff, but the last lap's like, do whatever the fuck you want, you know, because it's the last lap. You don't need to last. So I've been feeling a little bit nauseous, a little bit down, a little bit average. I've just decided to just like take it easy and just kind of roll this last lap home. Finally, when I'm on my own, had this like half naked drunk guy just up by the river there on the bridge, and he was just giving me a bit of grief. Hopefully he's not there and I don't have to deal with him. I think he thought I was trying to fight him. I'm like, bro, do you need any help? And it's more one of those things, so. All right, looking good. This is where I ran past him, and he was just right along here. He like just kind of lunged at me. I was like, whoa. But he was just wasted, and I'm like, well, fuck, like, you know, classic guy. I'm like, I could take this guy, but I'm so tired and so sore. I want to deal with it. And then I had to do my hairpin turn, and then he thought I was coming back to get him, and he's like taking his pants off, and he's like naked. I'm like, bro, do you need any help? And he's like, I thought you were anyway, all sorted. Crisis averted. Just want to get home safe and sound. We're done. We are absolutely, utterly completio. And when I say completio, we are this completio, 87.42 kilometers, 11 hours and 6 minutes it took me. So we did actually go overtime a little bit. A few toilet breaks. We actually extended a couple of our breaks. We actually did go overtime. We would have been disqualified if we had gone that far. Like if this was on race day, but all in the sake of just preserving the legs and mitigating any risk of injury by just not pushing too hard. But I'm fucking knackered, so let's go to the next clip. The day after the day after, it's actually 2 weeks later. So the run went well, but lesson number 1, maybe reconsider doing an 87K run the week before doing an open water ocean swim that you haven't really trained for the following weekend.
Well done, Josh.
I was so fatigued from that run that after a week off running completely, I then did the Rottnest open water swim, which is the vlog that comes after this episode. And then it took me like a whole week to recover from that. And then the last 2 weeks have just kind of been jogging and just kind of getting along with things to get back into ultra marathon mode, because the race is 5 days from today. Today's Sunday. So that was the first lesson, is like really reconsider my training and the intensity of it. The other thing is, I'm actually glad I waited to film this video, because Cloud Monsters, these shoes punished me. Oh, my fucking knee, ah. But I'm still gonna keep wearing them, and here's why. I have re-bought my OG running pair of shoes. In my opinion, these are twice as soft and twice as forgiving as these. And when I ran in these in the 87K run yesterday, they punished me. My knee was so sore, my knees, my ankle, my feet, because the firmness is considerably more firm than this. But I'm really glad I bought these. These shoes, being firmer, means I can run faster in them, and I can deal with more kinetic energy. Newton's second law, every force has an equal and opposite reaction, is that by me having a firmer shoe, it means I'm going to have a greater pressure into the ground, which means my knees and my ankles are dealing with higher load. And that's a good thing, because that makes me stronger. Whereas I've been running in these shoes and I haven't been getting as strong because they are softer. So I'm going to run in these for all of my long distance runs, my 30K runs and all my ultra marathons, because this is what my body is used to. But these are now going to be becoming my during the week shoe, because when I do my 10 and my 12 and my maybe like 13, 14, 15K runs where I'm just going for a jog and getting the volume in during the week, I'll use these, because then during the week I can help get stronger, and these for me, my slightly longer distance now. It means I now have an extra pair of shoes to become a more dynamic runner. So long term, that's a great thing for me. Short term, it was just too early to make a change. So now I'm going to have 2 pairs of shoes I'm running with, and these will be my backup shoe for when I run Herdies, because now I've been running in these for the last 2 weeks. I am starting to adapt to them and I'm getting reasonably strong, and I actually feel stronger because of it. That's what I really want to share before the end of the video. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope me sharing everything that I've done is going to help you. If you actually look in the background, I am actually gearing up for a proper, like, talking to the camera. Here's how to prepare for 100K to 160K plus ultra marathons. I'm gonna do a full walkthrough, full tutorial style, and then hopefully that is a really helpful video that most people end up going to. So that one is in the pipeline, and I've also got the other video of when I'm actually out on the course on Friday in 5 days time. Hopefully, if my energy levels and logistics allow, I'm actually gonna take the camera and go for walkthroughs through other people's tents, especially the elite runners, to give you guys a really good insight of what some of the top athletes are doing in this space. I really believe Backyard Ultra is going to be a big thing in the future. It's already growing really, really quickly, and by getting this content soon to the public, it's really gonna aid that growth in the sport, because people are asking the questions and I wanna answer them. So thanks very much for watching. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support, and many adventures yet to come. Health and happiness, everybody. Peace out and much love. Bye-bye.